Kanpai.
Welcome one and all to episode 237 of Kanpai Cast, where we will be talking about monsters, ghosts, and other mythical treats with our special guest, Plant of Wisdom.
Wow, Thaylien, how does it feel to be the only non-cryptid on an episode about monsters, ghosts, and mythical creatures?
Right. Get with the time.
Let's just say I'm not a cryptid. So
he's actually the beard. The beard is, the rest of him is just a facade.
Right. Having a human face mask,
Yeah, exactly. All right, enough giving around.
No, I'm just an old guard. So before we get into our topic and discuss our lovely guest, we'll ask a little bit of housekeeping, where we politely ask you to like, comment, subscribe, and drop down into the comments in the description to go to all of our other links. We'll have links to Nasuth streaming, Plant streaming, his social media, so on. We keep the memes linked, and the audio version is down there for those of you who want to listen to us in audio format. So all of our things are in the description, and Nasuth's just making notes on it right now to tell us that that's the case. So
look, I know my memory. I will forget that if I do not write it down.
I'll do it too. So let's just get into the next stage, which is we have our lovely guest here today because Xeno has gone on his adventures into his weebdom, and we're
the capital of weebsiety.
But Plant here has decided to step in and cover for him in the most spectacular way with the cutest of new avatars. So we're actually going to go through the questions because it's been a while since we had you on, and we want to know if anything's changed, updated. So what do you do on the internet, Plant?
On the internet? Well, I still do pretty much the same thing. I draw and I stream myself when I'm drawing. Sometimes I play games, but most of the time I'm drawing. Lots of commissions, so I'm always on the grind. Yeah.
And where can we find you specifically? Because there is the link in the description, but it's always good to read it out.
My main social is Twitter or X, as whatever you call it.
Formerly known as.
Yeah, formerly known as X. I do post as well on Instagram and Pixib. It's been a while, Pixib. But otherwise it's on Twitch. But in any case, in any socials you go, you'll see the other socials, whichever you like,
Just look for Plant of Wisdom on the internet.
Yes, Plant of Wisdom.
You'll find.
Right. So we're all talking about the anime here. How did you get into it? Have you got more stories about what brought you here?
How did I get into anime? I used to, a while when I was young, little plant, little sprout. There was some animes that played on TV, like Naruto. Of course, Pokemon. But at the time, I didn't know that it was an anime. For me, it was a cartoon when I was a kid. There was also Avatar: The Last Airbender. It's kind of like anime, and it's much later. Yeah, exactly. It's much later that when I think I was maybe 18, 19, I did watch a little bit of anime, but I wasn't too much into it. I liked it, but I don't know. Back then I didn't know too much about the internet and stuff that you could just watch anything you wanted. But then one of my good friends, he was like, "Oh yeah, I'm watching Naruto." He was up to date. I was like, "Oh really?" I was like, the same night I just started watching Naruto and binge watch it and everything and much more.
Naruto is a gateway drug to One Piece.
Yeah. I never got into One Piece sadly, because I've been more into the most recent anime, the most recent anime. Like I said, I started quite later, so I've had a hard time starting. I tried starting One Piece multiple times, but the art style like the first episode.
Yeah.
Very dated.
Are you excited for the remake that they're
That's
doing?
what I was just about to bring up. Yeah.
Yes. I would love to see that.
Speaking
It's also
of exciting things,
interesting-
are you excited? For
It's also interesting that the
uh,
original is actually going to a seasonal structure now rather than continuous.
Yes, because there was a lot of times when they spread things out. That's why
Yeah.
Unpause
Yeah.
exists. To cut out all those bits. That
How
they
times have
used to
changed.
Spread out episodes. Yep.
Anyway, you say.
I'm
You
also
say.
excited for the Avatar: The Last Airbender movie that's coming out later this year, October-ish.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard there was leaks and stuff.
Apparently was.
I didn't want to look at any leak because, yeah, of course, I'm super excited for that.
I cannot confirm or deny that I might have seen the entire thing.
It's okay. It's okay. I mean, I would have if I could, but I mean, I can, but I didn't look for it.
What I will say is I am overwhelmed a little bit by this potential movie because they'd insisted on making everybody hot.
I'm not getting my hopes up for it.
That's good. Yeah.
Fair enough. So, next up, what was your first anime?
Not counting like
when you-
Naruto.
Not counting those things. When you actually chose to watch an anime. For an
Yeah.
anime, what was it?
I think it was Spice and Wolf.
Ooh.
Good choice.
I don't remember. There was a lot, like, when you start watching anime, like, everything looks interesting, everything looks good. But I think, there was Spice and Wolf. Or maybe Tokyo Ghoul. It's been a while. Back then, Tokyo Ghoul was like a masterpiece when I watched it the first time. I was like, oh my god, this is so
Yes.
good.
Well, the
but yeah,
opening
Spice and
still
Wolf,
is, let's be honest.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
I think it was Spice and Wolf, yeah. I saw the hot
Yeah.
the polo, and
Polo,
I was
yes.
like, yeah, I'm in.
Nice. And what's your current favorite?
Ooh. That's always
The new
hard
Spice and
question.
Wolf.
Not like your overall. What's your current favorite?
Current. Oh, current. Like current. I would like to say ReZero season 4, but I'm not. I don't know. It's still like early in the season.
It is, yes.
Well, it doesn't have to be
like-
this season. It could be, this past year,
No.
or just one that you wouldn't mind rewatching, just for fun.
Like one that I rewatched maybe like 12, 40 times something. Was Cyberpunk.
Oh,
That's
damn.
right.
Yes. Yes.
It's so short. You can just rewatch it again and again.
Absolutely. It's 12. It's just that short series, but it's also really concentrated. Everything is going on in every episode.
Very trigger.
So,
Yeah. Oh well, another one from Trigger is Dungeon Meshi.
Yeah.
One of my favorite anime like of that season. Like in that season, I think there was like Mao Mao, Abakari Diaries,
yes.
Yeah.
Diaries.
Dungeon Meshi. They're
That was
all
a
in,
great. That was a
like,
banger
top
season.
five, like. Oh yeah, and there was Frieren as well. Like I think
Yeah.
like
Yes.
was it Dungeon Meshi at the same? I know Frieren and Mao Mao got at the same time. I'm pretty sure that's why Mao Mao got like a bit overshadowed by Frieren, but like I think I preferred it over Frieren. Like Apothecary Diaries.
It was much of a muchness. If you could give 2 animes of the year, I would have given them to Frieren and.
Didn't we also have Dandadan? I don't know if it was that season, but it was definitely that year.
But it was the same year. It was Dandadan was like in the between.
Yeah.
It was in summer, and then it was in the. Sorry, it was the spring, then in the
It was a banger
summer,
year.
but not the. It was
Bumper crop of
a season
anime.
apart. Oh, so good.
So I remember voting for the anime awards, and like I think the one that won was like a Jinwoo.
Oh god,
forgot
yeah, it was
the
solo
name.
leveling season
Yeah.
1,
Yeah.
not even season 2.
Yeah, I know, but that people are not like bright enough to understand that.
Yeah.
But I think as well, like I think another reason I think is that there was Dungeon Meshi, Frieren, Apocalypse to vote for. Like, of course, the
It
votes got
split the
split.
vote.
Like,
Yeah.
absolutely. I voted for Dungeon Meshi, but I would have voted for Apocalypse. I don't. I could only vote once for the anime of the year. It was a hard choice. Like, even if it didn't even matter. But yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So, what is a unpopular anime opinion that you have?
I might get people upset with that, but I think why do I forget the names of the anime? Space Cowboy. What's
Cowboy Bebop?
Cowboy Bebop? Yeah.
Yes.
Personally, I thought it was a bit boring.
Are we talking about the series or the movie or both?
The series.
That's
I didn't know there was a
understandable.
movie.
Oh yeah, you'd probably like the movie actually.
Probably.
Yeah,
I don't think it was bad.
why you could find the series could be boring, because it is very episodic to start off
Yeah.
with.
Mhm.
And there's
Yeah.
like a story at the very start and at the very end that you catch up with.
Mhm.
And
I had a hard time
between
finishing it.
Between those points, it's mostly just, and this happened and then this happened.
Yeah,
That is understandable.
I
I mean, it
prefer
is still
the-
like artistically, it's really good, really well done. But as a
Oh, yeah.
story, I can see how you'd feel that way. Yeah.
Yes.
Like I prefer, I think from the same director, Samurai Champloo. Is it from? I think it's the same
Yes,
director.
See, I didn't like Samurai Champloo, but I love Bebop, so that's interesting.
Yeah. And that's interesting. Yeah,
I really liked Champloo as well. So Champloo got
I
me,
loved
especially
it.
with the way they ended it. You just felt you really
Oh, yeah.
felt the growth in the characters for them to be able to go the way they did with the ending.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Like that's also one of
And,
the first animes I watched a while ago.
So for the last little question of our interview, what is an underrated anime that you feel is just slept on?
Oh, there's a lot. On the top of my head, that's a hard question. The question we read that I could have read them before.
Oh, we should have let you read them before. I'm sorry. That's my bad.
That's okay.
No,
It's okay.
We
It's okay.
got to spring them on him with
Exactly.
great unexpected. Get the raw and unfiltered responses.
Exactly.
It's what our audience wants. All like 5 of you. I mean,
Yeah. We're checking real quick my list.
If
I
you
know
if
a lot of anime. Yeah.
if you say Chobits, I am going to crawl through the computer screen and.
I never watched it, but I heard,
good.
I heard
Don't.
some people really like it, and some people, yeah, I have like 2 here. Like one of them.
It's one of
not
those
too
anime
much
that you have to
known.
watch to figure out what some of the bad anime is.
Oh yeah. Well, one of them. I don't know if you heard of it. It's called Kokoku. Kokoku. I don't know how to say. It's. I don't think a lot of people watched it.
Oops.
What's by Sentai Filmworks? It's like Kokkuku. Kokoku. It's like a short anime. Like 12
Kokuri-san?
Oh, Kokuri-san.
No. Kokoku.
Well,
Like Kokku.
Koku.
Oh.
This
has
one.
another name.
Yes, Koku. 2018. Kokoku.
A parallel world
I
where
really-
time is stopped to rescue her kidnapped brother and nephew. Ooh. That
think it
does
was
sound
really
interesting.
You just given Nasuth a good new anime to watch. Quick, add it to your list.
No, yeah, no
Like, maybe
kidding.
it didn't have the best like animation, best budget, but I think the concept, like the story, was really interesting. Like it's really like
That's sort of how
everything
I feel
happens
about-
like the time is stopped and everything happens during that time. It like a lot of happens. It's really interesting.
That's sort of how I feel about Ajin. What studio is this? I'm curious.
Sentai Filmworks?
Is it?
It's Sentai.
No, it's
Gino
Gino.
Studio.
Oh, you mean Ajin?
Oh no, I'm
Oh,
sorry. I'm
Gino,
sorry. I'm talking
sorry.
about.
Licensor is Sentai. You're right. You're totally right. What is this Sentai production?
Oh my god, Gina was the same company, like spun off of Twin Engine. That's incredible.
Yeah.
I love Twin Engine.
Okay.
So there you go.
Yeah. He's had some really good ones with it.
All right.
So, all right, that concludes our little abrupt interview portion of the show. It's time to move on to the topic, which is monsters, ghosts, and other mythical creatures. This is a discussion where the talking points I picked up were: how does the show represent its monsters? How is this different from Western basis, if there is a basis in Western stuff? Talk about the trends that you see in how the anime process things like goblins, slimes, orcs, harpies, centaurs, and is there a trend with those overall monsters? And maybe a little spin into how monsters on the Western side of things come from a lot of our myths, like the Greek and Roman, and how they don't always agree on the same words meaning the same things due to like thousands of years of difference in cultures. So, just to lead us, Nasuth, why don't you pick one to lead us off?
Well, actually, I've just been reminded of a show that completely subverts all of those ideas. Most of the ideas that we see, which is Helck,
Yes.
where the monsters are really actually pretty good guys. The people that you think are monsters are the good guys, and the real monsters aren't.
I love Helck.
Yes.
Yeah,
I want second season. Is it? I think the story's not done. I forgot.
It's not finished. The anime definitely isn't finished. The anime is only covered up for a very short space of it. But I'm not sure if the Helck manga has finished at all yet. I think there was something about the author, but still, Helck as a wonderful take on the hero is fed up with how the humans are doing, and so tries to join the monster side. But the funny thing about this one is there aren't actually a lot of monsters. This is they call these the demons, and so they allow, by being demons, they become very varied. They all have their own specializations and types that they represent.
Yeah, they're not traditional monsters, but they are still monsters, I would say.
Monsters compared to a human, in theory.
Yeah.
But the thing is, they're all people.
But there are also real, actual monsters, that exist in the poisoned realm, as well as the actual human monsters.
Yes, that's the thing. So, in this one, the overall opponents for everyone's opponent is the greater monsters that are impinging on Demonlands.
They're represented more as a force of nature than actual malevolent forces.
Exactly. And so
the actual malevolent forces come from the people.
in this show, though, so in this show, they show that the real monsters are people that don't care about cost in life.
Yeah.
So they're willing to throw away rights or compassion or basic dignity in order to win something that they probably shouldn't even need to win if they were able to just talk and get over their biases. This is
such an interesting show. Like you said, the enemies, I thought it was such a nice concept to have. Without spoiling too much, it's really good.
Yeah.
Because what we've discussed on the show, without too much spoilers, is how the hero, the power of a hero in humanity, is treated almost like a mutation. It's almost like it can be passed on to others, but at a cost.
Yeah.
Because heroes can be revived from death if they in some circumstances. They can overcome things that normal humans cannot. And of course, there's as you can see on screen, there were the giant wings and becoming a force of angels, as it were. And that's almost projects this whole thing that angelic imagery can be just
it's angels versus demons,
monstrous.
And the angels are the bad guys.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It can be just as monstrous. Even Judeo-Christianity teaches that angels are not actually beautiful. Angels are terrifying and present themselves with the phrase, "Be not afraid," because they're not human. They're not Euclidean even in some cases. They're just...
I mean, it depends on which era of the Bible we're talking about, but yes.
Exactly. and the era before white Jesus, let's put it that way.
well, no, because if you go back far enough, angels looked just like men, and in fact were having sex with humans, which is where you get the Nephilim from. So I mean, it really does depend on what era of the Bible you're talking about.
Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. So in general, we can say that Helck is a fan fiction that is semi-canon to the Christverse.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. I also like that the hero's power, like the hero is seen as a force of good and justice and everything, but the hero's power is also like a hair's breadth away from being the same power that creates the monsters.
Yes.
And if you tip them the wrong way, that's what you'd get instead.
Yes, exactly. Well,
I like that. I like that.
Lesson.
Yeah.
Yeah, always a good lesson of power corrupting.
I think the concept is not that original. Like the
probably not.
like
no.
the villains or like the angels and the demons are the good guys, but it's so well executed that it's like it's good. If it works, it works. And
I would rather watch
executed it so well.
I would rather watch this than I'm Quitting Heroing, because that one was interesting, but not great, and then it ended really badly. So
yeah, like I watched like one episode and I was like, that's good. I like the girl,
right.
but
it was all right. But no, it had nothing on Helck. So that's I think that's a good one for the sort of subversion of the monsters or the bad guys generally. But if we're talking about actual like traditional monsters,
we're thinking something along the lines of Goblin Slayer, Danmachi, Delicious in Dungeon.
I think it would probably either be Dandadan or Inspector.
Let's start with Inspector. This is a much more traditional one.
Yeah.
I haven't watched it.
Inspector is a series that Xeno is very much a fan of, and I've watched through as well. So
have I, but my memories are a little bit fuzzy on it.
Yeah. In this world, obviously, this is a world of yokai. Not monsters as such, but yokai. Spirits that that follow traditions and follow their own ways. And the main character of this is a young girl that, when she was much younger, she could see spirits, and they adopted her as their voice, their representative, a human representative. And so to become that, they took away one of her eyes and one of her legs. So she has a false eye and a false leg.
Yeah,
but
I mean, I've seen
her,
but watched it.
Yeah. To complement her, the supporting main character, the male lead, is a young boy where his family were very much traditionally into yokai and more like yokai hunters than anything else. And he was fed the flesh of two yokai, a mermaid and another one. I'm trying to remember which one.
Because the flesh of a mermaid would normally kill you.
Yes.
But because of the other one they fed him, it didn't.
Yes, so there is a monster that if you eat its flesh, you cannot die because of something else. And
probably another.
If you eat the flesh of a mermaid, you gain access to powers over yokai, or incredible power. but it will kill you. So by having those two conflicting fleshes given to him, he ends up like this terrifying force to them. He's almost like their version of the boogeyman.
Yeah.
Directly interact with yokai, whereas she is their support, their representative, their voice, and she is a detective, as it were, that tries to solve mysteries that have been caused by yokai. And in this, the entire series revolves around the idea that everyone deserves a voice, and that it is sometimes necessary to
Immortality and precognition, that's what it
fight.
was.
Yes, it was, yeah. So, yeah. Immortality, precognition is crazy.
I mean,
especially when it sees the combat type.
Because like in the Japanese folklore, the like one of the very popular legends about the eating the mermaid flesh, like there's a big like story about it.
Yeah.
Definitely comes from that. I'm sure the other one is also something like, because they had so many there were so many monsters in the Japanese folklore. It's super interesting.
Yeah, they list. There's actually a list here of so we've got a kappa, an ochimusha, an ushi no ayakashi. Oh god, ayakashi comes up a lot. That's a
yes, I do.
So Yama no ayakashi, a black komainu, a white komainu, Yoko, Bake Danuki. There's just a lot. There's a lot.
Some real. They go into
even have a Bakeneko.
Of course. I know the kappa
real depth explaining some of these monsters. These yokai,
yeah. They go
how
into
they
deep.
interact. But this is founded entirely in this concept of you have to interact with the spirit world as if it's there all the time. There's no separation between humanity and the spirit realm. Everything you do influences them. So if you are, and everything they do influences you. So you have to act and comport yourself in ways that are beneficial to both sides. So following certain traditions, acting a certain way, making sure that you give the right kind of thanks to the right representative in the spirit realm for things. It's incredibly Shintoist in that respect.
Can every characters can every like normal people see the yokais, or it's only a select few?
No, that's the thing.
Yeah. So and in fact, the yokai also see him differently. They don't see him as a human either.
No, as I said, he's almost like a reaper to them. He's a boogeyman to them. He's an evil force that has consumed the flesh of yokai and has gained powers that he should not have.
Interesting. You know what it reminds me of? The ancient Magus Bride, with all these yokai that come from legends, like that actual like real legends and stuff.
Yes. So, but I this one treats monsters not as monsters again. It's almost like they are just natural forces that you have to act a certain way to deal with, and sometimes just withstand. Some of them, though, I do like the fact that some of them he actually has to.
We got this a bit wrong, right? Okay. So initially they fed him the kudon meat, or at least the family started eating the kudon meat. But unfortunately, using precognition kills you. So in order to get around that, they added the mermaid flesh, which makes you immortal.
Yes.
There you go.
So it's and again, getting immortality and precognition by
most of them died.
Of people. Yeah.
But only a few of them, but a few of them survived, and that's what mattered. Anyway, sorry, continue.
Yeah, no, it's great because this is the scary thing when you think about it, is that if you exploit a natural world for some things, you do gain temporary power. Right?
But
and
it comes
of
at a
course, the
cost.
natural world would be scared of you for it. You know? So, I don't know any animal that doesn't run from the giant saw machines that cut down their woodlands.
Mm-hmm.
You know? But yes, I think I was really impressed with one of the episodes where the answer was completely made up by our lead character.
Yes.
But
I think that was
because
actually the
it's
episode with the snake
satisfied-
here.
Yes, that's what I'm thinking of. It's with this snake. She absolutely made up the answer, but because it made sense to the spirit, she was able to clear up the thing. And because the spirits trust her not to falsify information to them, she basically did a lie of reputation, where she basically just used her own thing to say, "Would I lie to you?" You know. And so
And that
gave
actually
her version
kind
of
of
what happened
becomes
so
central
forcefully
to
and
the
so
plot later
convincingly.
anyway.
Yeah, it does.
Interesting.
But even then, our boy being like this boogeyman, this reaper type to them, also comes into play, where a violent spirit is present, and it's again the mystery is deeper than just this. But people are being supposedly killed by a yokai spirit, and it turns violent, and he has to basically fight it to a standstill before it will leave. And he would not have survived as a human. Only his immortality and his precognition allowed him to stay on equal terms with this knife-wielding yokai. And by fighting them, it became clear that no, that's not the way this yokai would be behaving. There's a deeper mystery here, and they were able to then move on and solve that further on down the line. But again, it's so again, if you're messing up the natural order, then consequences are that somebody will die. You know, let's not go trying to go skiing on the mountain that hasn't been checked for avalanches yet. Yeah,
But that's what I like in like all the shows that are about like the yokai specifically. There's always the feel that it's a dangerous force, like of nature or something that like it's really like touchy compared to like some like mythical monsters we see in like fantasies more like in the Western or like more Western inspired. Like yokais are way more like in the like spiritual, like I don't know how to say.
It's more like Pan's Labyrinth than Hellboy.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Exactly.
So that's an interesting way of pointing. So I think maybe we can just divert onto that for a sec, because the way that the Western world and the Eastern world sees their monsters is very, very different.
Mm-hmm.
And it's definitely a cultural thing. So in the West, particularly European myth, monsters are these natural creatures that are like the next step up from bears and wolves and things. They are obviously more intelligent in some ways, or more cunning, have more animal cunning, and are out for their own thing. So, for example, a griffin in Polish myth, right, is very much what the Greeks think it to be, or thought it to be as well, as a creature that is a bird and a feline mixed together. You know, so bird's wings, bird's head, bird's front claws, but then the feline body and back legs and tail. And different types exist in both Greek and Roman myth and in the Polish myth. But in all cases, they are not just out to... they're not just killers of men. They don't do that. They are like lions or birds themselves. They are territorial, and all they want to do is have the right amount of prey, find a mate, have kids, let the kids grow up, repeat.
Yeah,
you know?
They're very, very much like animals, like in a sense, just bigger, more dangerous, more more majestic, but like still very like animal, like not
And
like
the same-
spiritual at all.
But you wouldn't say brownies fit into that level of
No, that's again. This is again. So that's where you're going up a step. You're going up intelligence, right? Where they go from animals, bigger and more scary animals, and then they go into the more monstrous territory where things become more intelligent, and the true monsters become people.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that's
Again,
what like the
and-
easy comparison is like the Western dragons, Eastern dragons. And there's also
Yes.
like the wyverns, the drakes.
But yeah,
like,
there's a difference
wyvern
between like
drakes
a
are
worm, a
more like
wyvern, and a
yeah. Like these ones are way
Yeah,
more
these
like
are the
animalist, like animal. Like they're not like.
I think
in a lot of stories.
worms tend to be like the most animalistic, and then wyverns are kind of like dog intelligence, and then you've got the bigger ones, the bigger, more intelligent ones. I think.
Yeah,
So
like I like
I'm all,
yeah.
sorry.
So I was just I like that a lot of dragons in a lot of stories. They're way more like intelligent, more majestic, more like spiritual. Like even in some Western thing, I think it probably is influenced from like you see the Chinese dragon. They're way more like they're not like like not just like
They're more
simple
like
beasts. Like,
demigods.
they're way more than
Yeah.
yeah. Like, and I
Yeah,
love that.
dragons in Eastern are definitely spirits of air and water and thunder and lightning. They are mystical in a way that the gods are, but they are more creatures of the world. You know,
Yeah.
immortal and untouchable, unknowable in a way, but also
In some
still
stories, they are gods
of
like,
this world.
literally.
So that's the thing. River gods, for example, in Eastern culture, are represented as dragons because of the way the dragons flow and move. Whereas in Greek myth, one of the most famous Greek myths involves the god of one of the rivers, Achelous. And Achelous was a human-headed bull. And his Hercules tore off his horn to create the cornucopia. Because rivers are bountiful and giving, so the horn of Achelous became the cornucopia. And so again,
But they
the
also
god
tend,
was,
when they flood, they act like a bull and wreck things.
yes. So it depends on how the cultures see the representative. So again, dragons in the air for the East,
Because air is very ephemeral and flowing and yeah.
Yes. There's even the references to dragons.
Sometimes you get like those really long, thin clouds too.
Yes, they don't so much fly as they run by creating and grasping clouds and pulling themselves through the air using those. That's some of the depending on who you talk to, that can be some of it. And but then a dragon in the air in the West can be one of many dragons, as you say, a wyvern with the front legs and the wings, but no back legs. It's more of a serpentine thing, but it's got low intelligence and it's treated more as like a beast that will dive and attack something it sees as prey. Then you get a little bit stage up. You get the drakes, which have back legs and their wings are basically their arms.
Bat arms,
and they have, they're more like bat arms, and they have more intelligence where they have a bit of cunning, so they might sneak into an area for prey and then fly off once they've been discovered.
Did you ever read the Pern books?
I did, yes. But then, because then that's the thing, the full dragons, it reminds me of the six-limbed creatures. Yeah, no, So
it reminds me of the difference between
they
like the fire lizards, the watchwares, and the dragons.
Yes,
where like the watchwares are just dumb beasts.
The Pern books by Anne McCaffrey, Chronicles of Pern. And so I think that's just her turning the terms that we have for them currently into other
essentially
thematic ones. Yes. And then, of course, you have the fully intelligent,
Dragon Riders.
almost
Dragon
call
Riders
them
are
the Welsh dragons, where they have the four legs, giant tail, and wings as well, and that gives them far more intelligence. And there's even categories, in that where coloured dragons are more aggressive and more territorial, whereas metallic dragons have much higher intelligence and often live longer or can disguise themselves as humans. But that's the interesting thing, because funnily enough, many anime do take this and just turn it into waifus.
That's the best part.
There are
looking at you,
multiple
Kobayashi's
shows
Dragon
in our
Maid.
list. Yes, Kobayashi's Dragon Maid, Monster Girl, Doctor, Monster Musume.
Arknights has a lot of different dragons that I love.
One funny one I paid is this is a thing is I've been killing slimes for 300 years and maxed out my level.
Oh yeah, I love this.
Yeah,
I've been watching
it's a lovely little slice of life.
Yeah.
With some terrible over function on the turning a office lady into a mum of like multiple monster girls.
Yeah.
But I do like the actual premise of it is a bit charming. Where she just does the same thing. She's immortal, so she does the same thing for 300 years, and it accidentally turns her into a level 100 witch.
And then she wants a quiet life, but then what happens? She can't have a quiet life.
My favorite thing from it was season 2 actually has the goddess showing up in this world, because she's been relegated to a worldly goddess for making too many people into cute immortal girls on different worlds.
Oh dear.
But so this one, you take that, they have coloured dragons in this world, and the red clan and the blue clan are like cold magic dragons, hot magic dragons in different degrees of ice or fire. And 2 of them have fought, and 2 of them competed, and even come down to investigate the witch of the Highlands and see how strong she is, and both get beat by her, and they transform into cute waifu girls who are now have their different personalities, but they still have that degree of projecting the draconic side of them into their personalities, where red dragons are seen to be more aggressive, more fiery, more extroverted, whereas blue dragons are seen to be more cold and stiff and set in their ways. But
I love their design. They look cute.
It is very cute, and then that leads me on to the other thing. So, for example, slime. Slime is a monster that doesn't exist in Western mythology that I know of. So there's no real comparison. There's no basis for this. Slimes are something that I think it's like video games created slimes.
I think
as a concept.
The original.
Oh, I don't know.
Something like that. It's some silly origin like that.
Let's see if I can find out while you continue on. Slime monsters originated from early 20th century pulp fiction, reflecting fears of new microscopic science. Key influences include H.P. Lovecraft, at the Mountains of Madness, featuring amorphous shagoths, and the 1958 film The Blob. There you go.
Yeah, so that last bit is where I'm getting it, because I put in the origin of slime enemies, and it came up with 1930s to 60s horror tropes.
Dungeons and Dragons,
Lovecraft,
in 74,
and The Blob. So this concept of a slime creature or blob creature is very recent. It's in
Yeah.
the 1900s.
Wow.
It's less than 100 years old.
Which is interesting because there are like really weird slime molds and stuff that exist in nature that are fucking freaky.
So this gives me that question. Why do people... Well, do you think it's because in ancient times when people had this fear of monsters and beasts, they weren't so concerned about
Real, actual,
formless,
natural
shapeless
things. Maybe, yeah.
They were more concerned about animals, about other people, about things that monstrous things that could happen to them, rather than the idea of something.
But because we've advanced as a
just coming from
society,
slime.
where like in England you've killed all those natural predators, we end up with more existential fears. You know, like yeah.
That's why Lovecraft came up with things like
Things from Beyond the
Unknowable Horrors
Stars.
from Beyond,
Yeah.
which I've always seen as the most stupid response to those, which is Cthulhu has himself breaks through and the world starts ascending into madness, and there I am looking up against that is completely incomprehensible monster and just thinking, I don't get it.
Yeah.
Because I can't understand it, so why would I worry?
Yeah.
Anyway.
But it's based a lot on the fear of the unknown, but yeah.
So slimes as a concept, because we even have another one as a main character.
Reincarnated as a slime? Yes.
Yes, reincarnated as a slime. And that time I was reincarnated as a slime. I can't believe I forgot to add that to the list. But the idea of something that all it does is roll or bounce around and use its own material, its own goo, to dissolve things is actually a really brilliant one for video game and fiction, because it gives writers the opportunity for, okay, so there's a dungeon or a monster-filled area. What cleans up the bones? What cleans up the dirt and debris that comes from all these battles? And the answer is, it must be the slimes. They must.
That does make sense. And that's how
they
slimes end up with all sorts of bones and stuff in them.
Yeah, they just go along and they dissolve all the bad stuff and use it as their own nutrients. And they don't really think about anything. They just go for heat sources and nutrient sources like flies do. They're just drawn to that thing and will absorb it all up. And it gives you an excuse to say, that's why we don't have to animate flies around things. Because the slimes are absorbing it. So there's no insects because the slimes eat those too.
Have you guys watched the anime, The Weakest Tamer?
No, I think Thaylien has.
The Weakest Tamer collects trash or something?
Yeah, something like that. There's The Weakest Tamer started with trash or something like that. And they there's also another one like The Strongest Tamer with the Weakest Slime or something like that.
Weakest Crest.
That's the
the
strongest mage with the weakest crest.
Oh yes, the strongest sage. Yeah.
Strongest sage. Yeah. So there is the weakest tamer collects trash, but there's also another one about a tamer that has slime, and he actually has the ability to buff his. He also has the ability to buff his slimes and create more of them of different types. So now just pop in strongest tamer slime.
Oh, the strongest tamer.
Yes.
Oh.
You reincarnate the strongest slime tamer with his, that kind of thing, and it's a it's a standard isekai thing with him developing overpowered things, but everybody underestimates him because he uses the weakest monster as his tamed creature. It's a strange one.
He reincarnated as the
whole idea
strongest
of-
slime tamer with infinite slime power. I don't know if that's actually the name.
Probably
Something
not.
like that.
But there's a couple like this where the isekai genre wants to give you something unexpected, and and so they have what seems to be weak, but they make it strong. These other ones, it's slime are a really interesting concept.
Yeah.
By the grace of the gods. Yeah, by the grace of the gods, apparently. Ryoma with the slimes.
Look like I've seen this name before. How about
Here's another one.
having like weak summons and people think or underestimate? I don't know if you've watched it. It's a Chinese anime. It's called The All-Devouring Whale. I really recommend it. It's on YouTube. It's free to watch. It's Chinese, but yeah, there's a Japanese version if you want. It's really good. It's basically Pokemon, but in a like Chinese mythology world. Like it's very good. It was very good. And yes, this main character, he has his main like Pokemon. Like, it's like a little fish, but he upgraded it so much it becomes like a big whale basically, and it's really interesting.
Sorry, what was the name of that again?
The All-Devouring Whale. So you do it's really recommend. I watched it like twice, once alone and once with my friends, and they really enjoyed it too. So I was like, yeah, cool.
I feel like Chinese anime is going to slowly become more and more popular as time goes on.
Oh yeah, and it's like, of course, the animation is like crack. Like it's really good.
As the stories become better and as the production spreads, because something I've noticed about the Chinese ones that they don't gain popularity because they don't get popularity because their storytelling is very, very different to ours.
Yeah.
So
a lot of them feel a lot like video games, which is,
yeah, they haven't got to the point where they can crack.
But then a lot of anime is getting that way too.
Western and the Japanese. Yeah.
I'd say this one is like different from the usual Chinese. It feels way more like anime, like the storytelling.
Yeah, I do like some of them. For as far as a good one with monsters in it goes, is Soul World, and because it's one where you can, as you create power, you gain rings of power on your soul, like a tree does. And you gain access by absorbing the souls of monsters, almost. So you can gain powers and gain different abilities by incorporating the souls of monsters into your own. And something they do get to the point of is that at the very highest rank, to get the very highest rank of soul rings, you need not only the highest rank of monster, but for them to willingly give up their soul to you. And they turn it into a romance plot there with the protagonist falls in love with a monster that's they're like a 1,000-year rabbit. So she's gained the power to become human after living so long as a monster, and they fall in love, and she grants her soul to him in a moment of danger, and so he's able to draw on her power for that massive power boost that it gives. But the way they tell the story, because some parts are really funny. For example, they set up a school to teach other people his ways, because he's an isekai character getting this. And they name the school Shrek because they're good monsters. They're monsters, but they're good monsters.
Yeah.
But the way they tell the story is many of the things, they seem to imply things that come from their culture that we don't know. So they skip some aspects of storytelling, like is a given, like we should know and be able to intuit the connection between the 2 points, and we can't. I mean, I've been studying storytelling for the better part of 35 years now, since I was old enough to start reading, and we make a lot of conclusions and leaps of intuition in our storytelling and the way we world build, and so do they, but they are different ones, and that's where it's conflicting. That's where the stories aren't really gelling with us, you see. Yeah. But going back to the actual
I've got a couple of more
topic.
traditional ones. If you'd like to hit that route again.
Yes,
Go back
please,
down
just
that route.
jump us in. Unless Plant wants to suggest one.
Yeah.
I have some talking point, but you can go before. Yeah.
Okay.
No, you are.
We brought you on for your opinions and your.
Yeah, please.
Okay.
So.
Okay. Well, I had a bit of lore and stuff. Because it's interesting that you talked about how the rabbit girl in the Soul War. Yeah.
Yes.
She got. She's old enough that she gets sentience and so and all. It kind of reminds me of the Bakiniko.
Yes.
Yeah, Bakiniko. Yeah. So I was doing some research on
Wait,
the Japanese.
Beheneko or Bakeneko?
No, Bakeneko.
Okay. All right.
Not
right.
Beheneko, because we're not going into that one. That treats monsters very differently. Okay.
So I was looking into the origin of catgirls, because I remember like seeing a video about it a while ago, and I thought it was super interesting.
Yeah.
I dived again into it, like because like the catgirls as we know it, with like in anime, like cutesy catgirls, so we think it's pretty recent because anime like hasn't been that big since I think it's like in the 70s that it started really popping off.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, but actually the catgirls, a lot of other like monster movies like that, they come from way over 300 years ago. It was really popular in the Edo period actually, and it's really fascinating. So like, cause I mean, in back in the days there was the Yujo, which are basically entertainers, basically like escorts and servants. And so it was really popular in Japan, they became so popular that they became kind of like the beginning of like idols culture and stuff. Like they were like venerated and stuff. Like this, it was a really big thing back then. Although, being a usual wasn't
started out as villainous shape-shifting cat monsters whose cat traits signaled their villainous role to audiences, but post-war became more moe.
Yeah. Because like the Bakiniko legend started it was way before the cat girls that we know, like centuries way before. Like they were like because basically in the Japanese like folklore, like there are so many monsters and stuff. Because everything that would happen, like something bad, whatever, they would associate it to like a monster, I don't know, like the fields didn't grow, like it's because of this monster. Like it was always like excuses. Like that's why there are so many like monsters, like and like spirit and yokai. Basically, that's how they came to be. But like the Bakiniko, like basically, yeah, it was like how it got popular. The cat girls is because apparently at some point there was like a rumor that Bakiniko. Yeah. Okay, so basically, quickly, like the Bakiniko, like they were essentially the legends, like there were cats that, after, when you have cats that are still kicking and living after like 20-25 years, like they thought they associated it like, that it's a Bakiniko, it's like an evil spirit, and like the Bakinikos, they would grow, and they would speak like human language. They would they would like do all kinds of things that like more like humans do, and they would feed on human flesh and stuff. That's why it was bad and stuff.
Yes.
But during Edo period, that's like it's the first time that there was really like a big period of peace after so many years of war in Japan, and like that's where also the art exploded in the Edo period. Like so much art, literature, everything, and like all parts of Japan that were like more like separated, they kind of, because there was peace, they kind of all merged together, and all these stories from monsters from different like places in Japan, they kind of merged and evolved all together. And like the cat girls really started, like there was like a rumor that a Bakeneko was working as a, what was the term, basically like a maid slash escort in an inn.
Yeah.
And you would think like that how bad like the stories about the Bakenekos would be. You would think like, oh, people would avoid this inn, but actually no, people really wanted to go and to see the Bakeneko.
This is the age-old situation that any culture will have, is that somebody will do a particular piece of artwork that portrays a monster with like a Bakeneko, with their transformation to a human, whether it's a Bakeneko, a Kitsune, one of the snake people that they use, like because there's many tales of Chinese myth where a white snake and a green snake can become a beautiful woman, and it's all of these things where the danger level is high with these things. They are not nice creatures, but somebody's depicted them in a painting, and somebody else has looked at that and gone,
exactly. Yeah. Especially
I can
period,
fix her.
Stories have always existed.
So much, like there was like you said, like there was painting of like people or like literature and stuff of like someone like who would have like a lady of the night, and then the drawing would like show that they wake up like during the night, and the girl is like crouched in the corner in her Bakeneko form, like munching on like fish or like rest of food or even like human remains, and like these art got so popular. Like there was so many iterations of like more and more of this kind of art, and it really exploded. It's kind of fascinating, and what did I also get?
You're not wrong. The very fact that there's a dozen or more myths of young men getting lost in the mountains and running into an onsen or the equivalent, or a friendly house or shrine that's run by a beautiful woman that turns out to be a kitsune, and they never come back alive.
Oh, you get stories. You get stories like that in America, where you're driving down a highway and you see a beautiful woman and pick her up, and it turns out that she's a monster that kills you. Yeah,
the skinwalkers, things like that. But that whole thing, but the idea that you don't, for these kind of myths, they rarely come to the human areas. You end up in their territory.
Yeah.
So the Chinese have the white snake and green snake myth, where you climb the mountain, and you reach,
because in human areas we tend to drive that shit out of there so we can live.
Yes, but the Bakeneko was interesting because the cats
coexist with humans. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So they can actually be they grow up with humans. The Bakenekos are often, they're also
crafty. They'll steal food if they want to, if they can, because
it does say a lot about it does say a lot about general Asian continent myth, that anything that grows sufficiently old gets wiser and becomes more human.
Well, I feel that way about my cats. I mean, so my orange cat is 13 years old, and yes, he's an orange cat, so he's still an idiot. But he's picked up. But he
now has 3 brain cells instead of 2.
Exactly. He's picked up so much over the years. He and I developed a method of communicating, like what he wants. It's.
Like, above that, like there's even the
Oh, I see that
Nikomata
too. Yeah.
that
Oh yeah.
Yes.
if you know about, like, that's when like the
two-tailed
cat would
cats.
grow a second tail, exactly.
Yeah.
And these were
Mm.
way more powerful than the Bakinikos. They could use like pyromancy, like fire magic. They could do like way more. It's yeah, super interesting.
Yeah.
Um.
That's the amazing thing. If you take those, but you compare them to the way they're treated now, because that whole thing of looking at the concept and saying wood is what has evolved into a lot of the rom-coms of anime.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Okay. So, like, well, I will say Monmusu, but how a better one is these subversion tropes where they take something that is very dangerous and make it not dangerous to tell other stories. So, for example, interviews with monster girls.
Yeah.
Now, this one pulls on both sides of the coin for the Eastern and Western myth. So they have a vampire, they have a Yuki-onna, and they have a Dullahan. Now, Dullahan are almost exclusively a Western thing. And vampires are very, very obviously European in origin, but they have their own parallels in other cultures. So technically a vampire could be, say, like the Chinese hopping vampires, where they're actually raised dead that are under control, and if they don't have blood regularly to lubricate their own joints, as it were, they can seize up. Whereas the Egyptians have their mummies, where they actually consume living people to maintain their life in the same way.
Was that an Egyptian creation, or was that a Western creation about Egyptians?
It was actually based on the curses that the Egyptians would write on their tombs. That if you disturbed it, your flesh and your blood would be consumed. So there was no real.
I don't know that I believe that.
Mummies weren't vampire-like in that thing, but they have this idea that if you were cursed by the people that
19th century Ottoman-controlled Egypt, which was being colonized by France. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
And by
so
Victorian
basically,
Britain.
as they were coming in and invading the tombs, they would see these curses on the tombs.
Yeah.
And they would,
so this is a Western creation.
The mummies would come to life. Yeah. Again, it's very Western.
I'm just saying.
But think about it. Think about the curses they would have put on. So there's a grain of truth there. They read it off the curses that they believed that the mummies were this thing, the monster mummies. Would be, if they ever woke up and walked, then they would act in this way, because that's what the curses said. You know, that's
interesting.
But they put that onto the mummies instead of onto the curses. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, interviews with monster girls takes the route of using monsters to tell another story, to tell a more human story. You know, growing up and finding out how to be confident in your differences and how you fit in with the rest of the world regardless. And I do like the way they actually pick up some of the different things. So, for example, our Dullahan, who's on screen at the moment, when she gets emotional and excited, her ghost flame can flare up and change shape. And while she can sit her head onto her neck, it won't ever stay. So she carries her head. And they've actually had doctors inspect her to say, well, if you put an endoscope down her throat, it just travels there no matter whether the neck's connected or not. It goes down. It's wormhole tech almost.
Yeah. Interesting.
They have, the Yuki-onna has a low body temperature at all times, and if she gets too hot, will start to suffer. But it also affects her as an emotional thing, where she doesn't feel things as vividly as other people. And that's a common emotional state to be in, where you feel like you're drifting, you feel like you're not connected with anybody, that you're not really making friends because you don't feel as deeply for other people as you think that they feel about others. And that you still can feel what you feel is enough. You know, that's the lesson they're teaching there. Or you take the vampire who has very, extroverted tendencies, but is embarrassed for her status and the fact that she's a vampire gives her certain gifts and also many limitations. And so working around those and trying to be happy with those is her task. And that's something that's way more common in anime. And this is why it's an interesting discussion, why I brought this up. Because in anime, monsters that can talk are not treated as monsters in Western animation that can talk, or in Western media that can talk. If you get a talking monster in a Western media, it's either a victim or you're going to be its victim. That they use monsters in stories to tell stories about monsters. So yes, you might get a vampire that's more understandable in Western media. I think one of the longest running series that did something like that was Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Oh yeah.
Where they had the clear difference between humans and vampires, but vampires don't have souls. It's taken from them by the transformation. And they had a vampire that gained his soul back it was like a curse.
You know who was a much more interesting character of vampire turned good guy than Angel? Spike.
Yes.
Angel
He's also one of the few
Angel.
Americans that could do a proper English accent. So I was very impressed with him.
Yeah, you don't remember Spike?
Spike was amazing.
I bet you remember him.
He was initially a villain.
From Buffy, I don't.
Yeah, from Buffy.
I don't remember much from
That's
Buffy.
fine. That's fair. How many seasons did Buffy have? Was it 7?
I think it was 9. Plus 4 seasons of Angel.
I think actually I remember Spike. I remember bits of it.
Did it just say 8 to 12?
Oops.
No, okay. No, it's 7 basic seasons starting in 1997.
Yeah, 7. How many seasons?
So it was...
How many seasons did True Blood have? Also 7 seasons. Well, damn, they're tied.
So, the vampires in Buffy were always treated as monsters. They were intelligent, and in that way, I draw a lot of similarity between them and Frieren with its demons.
Yeah.
So, demons are natural predators of humans, and so they have to hunt humans in a way that they wouldn't hunt animals. They have to gain their trust. They have to make the right noises. They have to make to convince them that they are friendly, or to let them close long enough for them to actually hunt.
Something that some people didn't get. It's like they're not like they speak and stuff, but they're not like human. Like they
just because Ori looks like a hottie doesn't mean you can put it in or you can stick your dick in it.
I mean,
if evil, why hot?
Yeah.
But is that the thing that a lot of people didn't like get? Like they were like, this is a bad whatever. It's like no, like they're not human. They speak and they deceive like humans. Like, it's like you've been deceived if you think that Frieren is like I don't know, like a Nazi, like whatever. Yeah, racist. Like no, it's like no, like they people don't get that. It's like you've been as much deceived. That's what they do.
Like imagine we were living on.
But
imagine we were still living in the savannah, right? We're early humanoids, and sure, the cheetah looks cute, and it may even purr, and you may even have a nice one now and then, or a nice seeming one, but there's still a wild animal that can turn on you in a second. I mean, that even happens today,
Yeah.
where people try to raise wild animals, and yeah, they're nice most of the time, and then that one day,
I've got
they
one
just
better
fuck
for
you
you.
up.
Now, so I've got one better for you.
Mm-hmm.
There's an actual example from Africa, and it's actually quite terrifying, is that hyenas.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. If you are awake during the night and there's a pack of hyenas nearby, hyenas have been known to make noises that sound
Like
very
laughing.
much like somebody calling to you.
Oh,
And
yeah, okay.
In the myths about them, well, stories about them, because of the way the Afrikaners
Yeah, but hyenas don't actually
Use-
want to
use
hurt
their
you because
names.
they're scavengers. So it's
no,
a little
they do.
different.
They will hunt.
Well,
They will hunt.
They
they
will,
hunt in
but they
groups,
tend to be
like,
more
if they-
scavengers.
If
So-
they're like, if
There
they're
are-
like 10 against you,
Wait,
they
wait,
will.
shit, I'm wrong. That's a myth. Lions are actually the scavenger. Well, they're not, but they will steal a kill
Lions
from a
won't take you
hyena.
unless you've got a
Yeah.
pride.
Yeah.
Lions will
Hyenas
steal a kill from a hyena.
lions.
No, other way around.
And
In the savannah,
hyenas
there's
will
all
also
kind
steal
of
a kill from a
scavengers.
lion. They are very much competing. They will
Competitors. Yeah.
steal kills from each other, depending on who has more. But no, the stories that you get from the Central African regions, like Rhodesia, well, it's now Zambia, Zimbabwe, and so on, are of hyenas who use their calls to mimic people's names
Yeah.
and draw, so that it sounds like somebody's calling their name and draws them out of the firelight, out of the village, and they attack them there.
Coyotes
So
are very
if you
similar in
imagine
America
that-
to that.
Yeah, so you have the idea that
And they're both canines.
predators
Interesting.
can learn to call your name, to call you out. Is a very if it's possible in our world, in real life, as a learned response.
Hmm.
Then imagine what a direct predator that has come along to specifically learn to target humans can do.
There's actually a really good podcast called The White Vault. It's a horror podcast, right? It's a more like a radio drama than your typical podcast. And the creatures in that will call your name and use
Yes.
whatever trick. They'll even look like you. They're almost like skinwalkers in that regard. They'll use whatever they
Yes.
can to get you to come out so that they can get you. It's really good. I love that. It's still going. I think the new season just dropped.
Mm-hmm. But it's a difference, shall we say?
Yeah.
Because you have these situations where the story uses monsters as monsters, and if they are too human, people get confused about it. Frieren's a really good example because of how many people actually think that Frieren is racist towards demons, when she's not. She's just a literal exterminator of predators.
Yeah.
You compare that to something like, let's say, Monster Girl Doctor.
Is it
And
good?
in that world, Monster Girl Doctor is basically the more plot-focused Monmusu,
Yeah.
where your protagonist is a doctor and a legitimate one. He's actually there to help people. He's talented and he will help anyone. And he sets up his clinic with his Lamia nurse assistant, who also trained with him under the same hospital. And you see on screen, she's also very jealous and a bit tsundere with it. And it introduces monster girls in this as case studies of how other people get treated, need treatment, or avoid treatment. Right? There's how people that can seem completely normal may in fact need help because they're hiding their pain or they're not admitting to something being wrong, and how getting checkups and how going to the doctor is actually a good thing, right? Everything from finding a wild giantess that was causing havoc because a whole village thought that she was angry with them. And it was actually the fact that she was trying to get help because she was in pain and everybody ran from her. And she was a bit clumsy, so she accidentally would knock down parts of the village. And so by going and treating her like an actual patient and then helping her get cleaned up and presentable, suddenly allowed her more room to talk with people, more room to be understood by people, because it humanized her. I had to use that word. It personized her as a just a very big person, you know, rather than being a monster anymore. But you contrast that with what's on screen at the moment, which is him treating the dragon girl in this story. She has developed a literal tumor on her chest, but because of her position, she's very important in the city they live in. She's the leader of their city, and so she can't show the weakness until a point where it's actually genuinely almost too late, where operating on it may kill her. And so she's committed, she's settled in this case, for living the rest of her life suffering with this tumor on her chest and living a much shorter life because of it, until our doctor basically convinces her to go for it, because if he can help her, then she will live for longer, she will live better, and it will actually help everybody that way. It's for the good of everyone. And again, it's using monsters to tell other stories. You see? It's very different to how the West views them.
Yeah.
Heck, just take The Witcher for that example.
Right. Before you go down another rabbit trail, I just want to say we are coming close to time. Are there any other shows we want to hit before we wrap up?
Well, did you want to bring anything up?
Well, the show you were talking about earlier, it reminded me my real introduction to anime. That I just remember when you talked about the group with the vampire, the whatever. Do you guys know? It's a relatively old show. It's called Magical Pokan. Well, the full name is Renkin Sankyu Magical Pokan.
Okay.
It's I think it's really good. I really liked it, like, because I remember when it's actually when I was like started to discover internet and like looking on YouTube for like Naruto episode 12 part 3 Spanish sub, you know.
Hold on.
Yeah, that's when I started.
That first one.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
I was gonna say I think I can see why you might have been interested in this.
It's really good. I think that's where I discovered my love for anime girls.
Zoom and enhance.
The Liru girl, because
that's where she's from.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen her in other media too. I was like, oh, that's where I discovered.
I don't know any of these characters.
I need a sound effect for some of these things. When Xeno or Nasuth or a guest say something, I've seen her in other media. You know,
yeah, there was I forgot the name. The something zone that made a short flash game about one of the girls. But yeah. So
maybe when she's grown up and you get a lovely game of her living with you and being your wife, which isn't the entirety of the game, but it exists.
Yeah, but like there's the werewolf girl. She's the blonde one. There's the vampire girl, which is like the twin tails. The main girl, she's like the mage, like she's complete chaos and stuff. And there's the android, the bottom right, and it's super interesting because like they live like in kind of like in the middle of the city, in like kind of like the kind of like area, but then they interact with like the humans and stuff, and they all have their plots and all like, and it's the kind of anime yeah, there is fan service, but it's really well made. Like like it's not
It's
like
awesome.
The fan
yeah,
service is
like
there just to enhance what already exists, not to be the focus.
yeah. It's I think it was really well done, like the
Yeah.
way it was, and you know, it's a bit older. I think 2006. It says. I thought it was older than
Oh.
that, but like you can see the art style is did age a little bit, but I think it was really
Oh
good.
yeah, it's definitely very early, middle early digital art when they were still sort of figuring the technology out.
Yeah.
Sort of like how early CGI stuff, like Berserk 2017 or 2016, looks awful.
Yeah.
But then you've got
Yeah.
Fist of the North Star this season, which basically uses the same aesthetic, but does it so well.
Is it good? I
Oh,
just saw
it's
the trailer.
so
I was
good.
like, oh my god. Yeah.
They've done
Okay.
the. It's the same aesthetic, but the art format has done it so much good.
They
So,
actually,
it is really
they
well
actually
done.
understood how to do it instead of just, Yeah.
Mhm.
Having to throw things together and mimic JoJo. I mean, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
So
also
my
go.
no, sorry, you let's finish your thought. Finish your thought.
There was one my last talking point I wrote. I wanted to talk a little bit. It's the Arknights. Like I love how in this game, like I mean the original Arknight, the both of them they're the same world. Like there is no like humans. There's no puny humans, like except like kind of the main character, but not really. Like it's deeper in that. But I love how
Kind of an elf character almost, aren't they?
it's like there is actual. He's like a like it's a you learn it like way later. It's kind of like the most closest thing you can have to a god and whatever. But it's more complicated than that. But it's this game. I love how every character is like based on like a animal, or there's also like the sarcasm or envelop like a bunch of like demons, like vampires, a bunch of very different like demons kinds. Also like the sancta or like angels. There's also a lot of characters that are based on like mythical creatures, also like the phoenix. There's a hippogriff, or griffin. I think it's way more interesting to have like all these. Like if you think of like one of an animal, there's probably operator. Like there's over like 400 playable characters right now, and plus the NPCs. And like what is fun with this kind of game where all the people are like based on animals or monsters. Like it's like when there's a new character, whenever you see like a character, you like you can ask yourself like what is this, like sometimes it's like obvious, like but sometimes like what is this character based on, or what is the animal, what is the whatever. I don't know, it's so fun.
They Hoyoverse do that in many of theirs, and I mean my particular favorite is to be the Zenless Sirens, because they are basically just animal girls, but varying degrees of, and they explain how that goes in the mythos as well. But I don't play them.
For Arknights, there's like all degrees. Like there's furries as well. There's straight up animals as well.
Nasuth, what do you think about the about what we've talked about so far?
I mean, I think we pretty much covered all the yeah, I think the only other one I'd like to bring up is something like Summer Hikaru died, where because a lot of Japanese myths tend to be like it's the god that lives on the mountain, right? It's the god of a particular area, and not the same way that we tend to treat gods, where like they're a particular force or a particular, like a ruling thing. It's just its own area, and they're not always good gods. So like the god on this mountain in this story's place is treated kind of like a garbage disposal in a weird way. It's trapped on the mountain, and because otherwise it would cause misery and what have you. And then they send ghosts and other, evil spirits to it, and it devours them.
Right, yes.
And in terms of the story, it manages to inhabit the body of Hikaru, who dies up on the mountain, and rather than consuming him, it's like, what if I actually learned what it was like to be human? And so you see it coming out into the regular world again, and there's this struggle, there's this conflict between it wanting to be good and its nature to consume and destroy. And it's this really, really interesting play against each other, the way the conflict works. But I think it's I like the idea of these mountain gods, these old unknowable creatures. Like you can just barely begin to grasp what they are, but you'll never truly understand them because they're just so. Yes. It's a lot like H.P. Lovecraft stuff, right? Again, the horror, the cosmic horror from beyond the stars, but way predates it. Incredibly predates it.
I haven't watched it, but what I saw from it looks like almost like an eldritch entity,
Very much so, yeah.
Very much so, yes.
I don't think any of the screenshots have come up, but there's one in particular in here where you can see half of the normal Hikaru, and then the other half is the weird pattern of the creature, because it's not really. It's almost like a liquid, but it's not. It's very strange. I really like that kind of thing. That was kind of what Silent Hill F was about in a weird way. It's what Siren was about. There's a lot of really good examples of this that we don't. You do get that to some extent in the West, I think, but not in the same way. They're looked less like gods and more like kings in Western culture.
That's the thing. Western culture always views its gods either as a all-powerful deity that is unknowable, or
a force of nature.
Basically just really powerful mortals.
Yeah.
People. You could become a god if you were granted godhood by them, and they're just as fallible. But they tend to have domains, right? Even the Greek pantheon, or even going back to pre-Judaism, where they had what's that called? Pantheon. They still tended to cover like Yahweh was the god of storms, I think. Before he got elevated and stuff. Yes.
But
Pantheons were very popular.
But in Japan, while you do also have those, you tend to have these as well, which is tied to an area.
Yes.
Yeah.
Forces of nature unknowable. But that's interesting because again you get these. I come back to this again, the key difference. Gods and monsters in Western things are things that are either suffered or overcome. So gods, you can only deal with the gods as they are so much more powerful than you that you can either please them, defy them, or and in any case, even if you please them, you may be destroyed by them at any time. So, they're just the gods. But monsters are always either a task to overcome or something to rescue. They're a beast or a sympathetic party. You tell a story with them entirely from the human perspective. They're never the protagonists of their own story. Whereas in Japan, nowadays, a lot of stories are told by using the differences between
I don't know that I 100% agree with that.
Monster.
Because you tended to, for a while there at least, there was I'm getting a lot of feedback from, I think, Plant, maybe. Anyway.
Sorry.
It's all right. There was hopefully it'll be cut out in the final edit anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Mike was so close, sorry.
For a while there was a big genre in Western media of people who became like a government experiment gone wrong, and they would be the protagonists of their own story.
Yeah, okay. Sorry, I should have narrowed that down a bit. Mythology.
Okay, fair. Yeah, fair enough.
Mythology.
Fair enough.
They're never really protagonists. Then there's the humanizing aspect that comes later, where they develop.
Yeah.
And again, that's just as recent as
That is very true.
the Eastern thing, where in the Eastern side, monsters are
something happened post-war
treated,
that made us start treating monsters more sympathetically. I don't know what it was.
Monsters in general, monsters the yokai. These are part of the landscape, and you can
the natural order
or displease them, but they're natural.
That's
they're
what
not
it is.
Something that you
Eastern monsters.
Kill.
Eastern monsters are part of the natural order. Western monsters explicitly defy the natural order.
Yes. And something happened when we developed the ability to communicate more across countries and get more involved, that all of the monster fuckers decided, hey, we've got friends.
But yeah, there's an anime that recently came out. I don't know if you watched. That is more focused following the monster, and I would say it's a more like Western take on the. Have you watched Clevates?
Oh god, I hate Clevates. But yes, no, I have.
Really?
Yeah. Unfortunately, I'm not a big fan of Clevates. I watched it as well, and I found
it's fine if you like it. Like
that.
It is beautifully. It's a great spectacle. I will say that. But it just I just didn't like it.
Okay. Did you?
But you're right. You're right about the.
Like it, I'd say I didn't like. I liked it less and less, but like in the beginning, like the big.
Yes, episode 1 was great. Episode 1 was fantastic. I completely lost interest when they turned the ugly fat caretaker girl into cute little waifu bait material. I'm like, no, I'm out. No, you had something interesting going on here. I'm done.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, and that's the thing. Modern times have humanized the monsters, and in the West, they're used as lessons in and of themselves. But in the East, they're used to show how differences. They're allegories for the differences between people.
Right. Shall we go ahead and wrap up? Give our final thoughts on, if we haven't already, give our final thoughts on monsters and.
Those were my final thoughts.
Well, there you go.
Differences and how they come. Plant, what do you think? Any words of wisdom from the Plant of Wisdom?
I think we still need more monster girls, and we never have enough.
I think we
agreed.
We don't know them.
Yeah. more goth vampire dommy mommies, I say.
Yeah.
More bratty fox girls, more cat girls,
yeah.
Tsundere lamias and dommy mommy arachnes.
No, but honestly, I want more eldritch horror stuff, like the really inscrutable monsters that you can't understand. You can only survive to some degree. I feel like that's become lacking because of the rise of the monster girl.
Yes.
Some of them you can have both worlds.
Sure, why not?
Eldritch or anime girl.
I mean, Hikaru's a cutie, so why not?
Yeah.
Why not both?
Yeah.
Oh.
All right.
So, Nasuth, do you want to read the spoiler questions, or shall I?
I figured we'd tag team. We'll go back and forth.
Ooh.
Why don't you?
And what about the comments? I'm kidding.
Same thing. Actually, I think I'll start because I'm pretty sure this is you, and so we probably don't want you reading you out.
Damn it.
If you want to, no, we can do that. If you want to, you can take first.
You just caught me out. You just caught me.
Well, I mean, it's not hard to tell. So Riku7 just spam says, "Welcome to this far into the show. We hope you're okay that Xeno isn't on this week, but we will Xeno more of him for a bit. We appreciate you, so much so that we implore you to take action on our feelings and click buttons. The subscribe, like, and bell icon specifically. Get it done because you're awesome, and the reader of these words, irritation with its erraticness, is is our worth eat. Very good. Very good.
Point.
Yeah.
Don't read the next bit. I left that on by accident.
I'm going to cock up Rooster Fighter. Yeah, that was from last week.
Yeah, that's from last week. Yeah.
So
his actual question. Yes. So his actual question, Rikyusic7 Just Am asks, now that spring has sprung and summer is summoned, which beach episode did Xeno miss?
Ooh. I think he missed the beach episode in the Shibuya incident.
Yeah.
There was actually weirdly a beach episode in the Shibuya incident because when Minami was dying.
It was. I love that part with whatever his name is.
I think it's Minami, isn't it?
It's Minami's dad. He's such a cool character. Like, he appears briefly, but he's got so much aura. Like,
yeah.
But no, the beach episode was where they took him in. I think a couple of others.
Yeah.
Into that other guy's domain.
Yeah.
I used that.
Yeah.
I even used that as an answer for a question that somebody put to us. Which vacation spot would you most likely go on? I went, that guy's beach.
Yeah.
Because
it looks perfect, barring
it looks great, yeah.
Killer fish.
It's so colorful, like all the usually it's more down, like the colors and stuff. And this part is like super colorful.
Yeah.
And when the guy, I forgot his name, enters, it's such a like couple of minutes of like intense like candy. I don't know, it's so good.
Yes.
And then finally, Monster Girl Dater, who could be anyone, age-old question: Centaur, Lamia, Harpy as categories for the age-old snoo, marry, and kill. Which do you choose? I think Harpy, snoo, Lamia, marry, and Centaur, kill.
Have to cycle from that. So
I just can't envision myself having sex with the horse end. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Lamia's definitely snoo.
How does this work?
Lamia's definitely snoo. Centaur for marry because they are very loyal and loving and also very capable around the house. And kill the harpy because chicken nuggets.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but I do like harpy girls. I would go snoo with the harpy. I love harpies a lot.
Yeah.
Harpy
fair point.
Yeah. But that's
I do have one word that can put you both off doing that though.
Mm-hmm.
Cloaca.
We'll find out.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's another question here, Thaylien, so you might as well read that one.
Okay, so this is a complete shift. With the way that people feel about the tiny steps we've made into AI language models, if an actual AI appeared in our time, would you even believe it?
I think so. I think you could Turing test it. Because I'm pretty sure even LLMs at this point don't pass the Turing test. Don't even come close to passing the Turing test.
Yeah.
Not unless they've had copious amounts of coaching. And even then they hallucinate.
Yeah.
So if 2B showed up in real life, would anybody believe her?
I think I would. I think I would actually believe a real AI.
Yeah. Like, maybe in 20 years we're gonna see a Blade Runner situation. I mean, it's advancing fast, because there's the AI part, but there's also the body part. I think the body part needs more work.
Yes.
Oh god.
Yeah,
definitely.
I think it's
robots are not nearly snoo-snowable.
They keep trying to make
them animated.
They keep trying to make them look too human, and they just can't operate properly that way. The robots that have been the most successful are the Boston Dynamic ones, which look completely bizarre, but they're made with actual science.
I say if it's in 20 years, it's a thing normal, you can buy a robot or whatever. I would I would go for like an anime looking model. Like I don't want a human looking model. That's too like
Too
scary. I don't know.
uncanny
There's
valley.
something like yeah. You know, like make it like look like anime. Like I don't want like
Sure,
something
why
that
not?
looks like a human.
I kind of want an AI as a unit in the corner of my room.
Yeah,
Where
that's what I
she can
prefer.
project an image of whatever
Something
she
like
wants
Black
to
Mirror,
be
you know,
inside of it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
like that
like,
one episode of Black Mirror where they cloned the woman's brain and put it into an AI, and like it still thought it was human. Maybe not like that, but
Oh yeah. Next time's getting
all right. On to the comments from last week's shows, starting with the news. Struggle says news. On the My Hero Academia bonus episode. Oh boy, my sister's been really getting into My Hero Academia. My condolences. She'd probably be excited for this if I tell her about it. And
if you tell her about it.
If on the Gundam live actions Australian casting, that was a decent Australian accent, Nasuth. Kudos. You're welcome.
Nasuth. No, no.
You call it a
Do
knife?
the thing, Sam.
This is a knife.
Do the Tim Sam.
I come from the land down on. Sorry. Cool. Thanks for the news.
That suddenly turned Indian. I'm sorry. What?
I swear they sing it more Indian in
I
that
come from the land down.
in that song. Anyway, go on, Thaylien.
Ooh,
Take us to the cast
Thaylien.
episode. Cast comments.
In which Zoogle is again our only commenter on this one. He says, Kanpai. Oh wow, a 3-hour episode. Impressive. I liked Farming Life at Another World Season 1. I liked that the main character actually got married in the first season. It was refreshing to see a protag actually choose somebody, though it sounds like maybe Season 2 isn't so decisive. I'd say, no, they're just a little bit more open-ended on the idea of polyamory. Awesome. I was playing a game while listening, so I didn't really have my usual notes, but I'm glad we got some great shows this season. Great reviews, guys, and good memes too. Thank you.
If you
Zoogle.
ask,
really
if you
appreciate
ask Xeno, we had much better shows this time than last season. So there you go.
Yes, I agree. We had so many really good shows this season, including some surprise ones like my ridiculous reincarnation.
Yeah, that's a question.
Oh, yeah.
That's a question we should have asked. So, what's your favorite show this season, Plant? So far.
I mean, I think I said earlier, I think it's ReZero. Is it ReZero?
Yeah.
ReZero season 4. I mean, I think it's still coming. I just know like that it's like the best arc in the season, but it's not there yet. Like, so maybe it's not.
Better question. What's your favorite show that's not a sequel?
Ooh, good question.
Okay. No, I have anime list open because I forgot what comes out this season.
That's fair.
I was gonna say Dorohedoro, but that's a sequel.
Yeah.
I love Dorohedoro.
It's so
Like,
good.
yeah. I mean, there's Witch Hat
Things that
Atelier.
shut
but-
around.
Yeah, I'm
Witch
watching
Hat
it.
Atelier.
Yeah, Witch Hat Atelier, it's super good. Like, I feel like it's like a cop out answer. Like, of course, it's like probably the
That's a good
best, like the most budget
Yeah.
this season.
The Warrior Princess and the Barbaric King.
This I watched the first episode. I really wanted to watch it. I really like it. Like the first episode so far.
It has held up. I'm surprised that the characters are way more interesting than I thought they were going to be from that first episode.
And I am only watching trash like Fist of the North Star. All right. All right, that takes us out of the regular show and on to the memes. We take up to 6 viewer memes a week, which you can come to our Discord and drop them in the meme submission channel. Unfortunately, we don't have any this week, but because our dear kind guest Plant was good enough to go out and grab some of his own. So instead of Xeno's memes, we'll have those. And in fact, we'll start with those. Let's just go in reverse order. Let's go Plant, you, and then me. Why not? Why not? Starting with some. They're almost all video memes.
Okay, this is a classic. If you don't know the artist Kyle, on Twitter, he makes really good. I was trying, I was trying to find one that is not too non-safe for work because a lot of them are
Not too
very
spicy.
non-safe for work. But I really
Yes.
recommend checking this artist. Kyle is, I mean, Khyyle. Amazing stuff. It's very good. Like there's always something hidden in his art. It's so good.
Usually the thing is the is the username is Kyleri.
Yeah, Kyle, that's it. Yeah.
Yes. But that
What is
very
this?
statement. I know what you are.
Adopt
And
and
the-
what? What?
There's
It's an
always
egg.
something
It's an egg.
hidden. Like there's always something new to find.
Adopt an
Finding
abortion.
his art.
Okay,
love
it's an egg.
Yeah.
Right.
But
I get
God
it.
of War, Laponi, Salazzle, Vaporeon, and is that Fennekin?
I don't know the name, but yeah, the one with the
That's
sexy
good.
look.
Yeah. Yeah, all those Pokemon.
All right. Next one. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Done. Oh.
Somebody had way
have
too
you
much
guys
fun doing that.
Did you guys know what this the guy is?
No.
He's
No, oh my
Harry
God.
Dresden. No.
Exactly. Yeah, that's it. Well, that's if you
Ah.
have to see, like, just in your free time, type Reddit mod ring bell, ring door, whatever, and it's kind of sad, but it's spouted so much memes. It's this the guy that is like clearly like he had like a problem mentally, like having an episode and
Yes.
stuff. But
He's got such a savior complex. He thinks that he's saving somebody from this house by intimidating them through their ring doorbell.
he was clearly having a mental episode. But it's
Yeah.
I listen to it's too good. Like it's
Yeah.
incredible.
It's like you hate to laugh at that sort of thing, but at the same time you also can't just can't
It's
help
so
it.
cringe that you
Yeah.
can't help. Yeah.
It's really good. Like he thinks he's a character from a book, and it's
Yeah,
good.
the
Right?
Dresden
It's
Files.
like,
Yeah.
Because he managed to break into the house and stuff. It's like okay, like
Oh my
you
god.
know, like, metal or not, like you can't like
Yeah, you can't just
let
do
that
that.
slide, you know. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right.
But it's good. It's gold.
Oh, DLSS 5 strikes again.
That's from Arknights Enfield, like the new character.
We sprung our leak.
Look,
did you
so,
know that?
like,
Did you know that leak meme is 20? Wait, was it 20 or 30? 20 years old. 20 years old now. The leak spin meme.
oh, really?
Yeah. Trying the
Beef
beef
art
art
hack.
hack. Oh my god.
Wow, okay. Really marbled beef to
Yeah.
use as the texture for water.
That's
Just works.
insane.
No way.
I've done it. It just works.
That's
I
insane.
never knew about that. I have to try it myself at some point now. I've been looking for
Really?
texture to try and make water look good, and I hadn't ever considered that.
It's just finding the
Wow,
good
okay.
like image of steak and the like.
Yeah.
the big
Really
like,
marbled.
good quality.
Marbled steak.
Marbled and
Yeah,
streaky.
but it works. It just works.
Mhm.
あんだてかお前誰
Oh, it's so small I can't read it. Look
Look
left.
あ
So it's an Instagram photo. So
Look outside.
Oh, I think I've seen this before.
it's
Look
Hori
ahead.
and Seraph. The anime.
え
Look up.
あ
Nice. Excellent. Very well done. I highly appreciate this.
何してんのか
Alternative ending to that one is, hey, look, it's a remote controlled bitch.
There must be so many versions of this. This one I saw like pop a couple of weeks ago. Like, that's
This is
weird.
good, yeah.
And
I remember watching
lastly,
the anime. It was really good. But... Oh yeah.
oh my god, what the fuck?
No.
What the fuck am I
Look
looking
the
at?
Tigrex.
Oh no.
The
You
nightmares.
died.
The Tigrex. Like this guy's channel is all of that. It's just that, like with all different monsters.
That's
It's so
clearly Freedom Unite Tigrex and not Modern Tigrex.
good. Oh yeah.
Fair point.
Right on to Thaylien, who started out with a video
I
meme.
hate it.
JoJo fans watching the new season of The Boys and seeing him.
Oh no.
Yo, Angelo.
I haven't actually started watching the new season of The Boy. I didn't know it was out.
We need it. Is there more than one episode now? I heard stuff.
I don't know.
That man is watching anime with a dove. Don't change the subject. You were watching Fuda hentai.
What's wrong with that? Oh no.
Logan Paul posts, in response to my manga purchases, the response to my manga purchases was so overwhelmingly positive, in my opinion, that I decided to double down and grab 2 more copies of One Piece Chapter 1. Readers added context. No, it was not.
he's just a troll at this point.
I kind of heard about the.
I don't know if
Oh
I
shit!
didn't
Shit!
even
Shit!
know
Sorry!
this.
Shit! Sorry! Let me go back so you can actually say sorry.
Also, I kind of heard like I didn't look into what happened with like Logan Paul and One Piece.
Well, if you watched Kanpai News, you would know.
Yeah.
He's bought a one of the original printings of episode 1 of part 1, chapter 1.
I think also one of the
Okay, for
earliest
a lot
copies
of
of
money.
DBZ or of Dragon Ball.
Yeah, and his money is not supposedly very reliable, and he's been caught in multiple scams.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So,
That I know.
especially around inflating properties like these.
Yeah.
Mm.
All right. Next
I'm a
one.
big fan of him.
I don't know if anyone has told you this today, but you deserve some money. I don't have any to give you, but I just thought that you should know that you deserve some money. I don't know if anyone has
It's true.
told
Thank
you
you,
this
Dave.
today,
True.
but you
It's true.
deserve some money.
It's true.
So, this one's for this episode. So, did you bring her along because she's got a pretty face? That would just make you some kind of monster fetishist. Kimihito
First
Kurosu. First time.
And your last one.
And also for this episode.
Oh no! Don't do it, Frieren. Don't do it. Don't do it. Oh. All right.
It's supposed to stop. Not supposed to loop, but
American, when someone threatens to call an ambulance.
おい女
this is the one you got before me.
そこにある俺の足を拾って持ってこい早く持ってこい
Yep. Yep.
Is this accurate?
This is a real title. I became a slave in another world, sob. And to make matters worse, my master is a black-hearted elf queen, but she's super hot. This is important. I'm pretty useless, so I'm getting barked at left, right, and center. But the orc I'm rooming with is full of good vibes, and the elf in the village is pretty cute too. So on the whole, I have to say that I'm actually quite enjoying myself here.
By
Nice.
Super
That's all
Masara and Yoshida Hideyuki.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think I recognize the name Yoshida Hideyuki from other silly ones with long titles like that. I could be wrong.
Yeah, for all I know, that's a parody. Like, yeah.
I love the image.
How Crunchyroll is moving right now.
Oh my god, yeah.
Oh no.
Where's my high dive?
Oh no.
Yep, there you go.
All of those sites.
It's time for Monopoly,
Oh dear.
boys. Be environmentally friendly. Use the Kaho ceiling fan instead of the air conditioning. Still spinning to this day. I have no idea what this is from, but it's just fucking funny.
Like I don't know what she's saying, but it's like such like serious like dialogue about
Yeah.
spinning. So.
My brain 10 years ago doing super complicated math. My brain today using a calculator to get 200 divided by 4.
Yeah, it's true.
And
They're playing
my
Slay the Spire, like, and it's like the most easy
Yeah,
like addition, like, and I'm
Yeah.
like, calculator.
yeah.
I can't relate to that one, Naz. I work in a business where knowing that to get from A4
No, I'm
to
actually-
A5,
Yeah.
it needs a reduction of 70.7070 recurring.
Yeah. I'm kind of the same way. I might fail at some of the higher level math though, but basic stuff like that I've
Yes,
got
definitely.
down. Right. And fuck demons. Who the hell taught the baby to swear? And it's Frieren in the background, so that one's kind of
Oh,
topical
dear.
to this week too. If you, yeah.
Yes.
But I'm sure you all know who that what this is from. Not me. I can't remember- I can't remember the name of it.
Pragmata?
Yeah, Pragmata.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is it?
And then
Yeah, okay.
Obviously, also
Pragmata and
Tanis.
then Samus.
yeah.
Because Samus is way better mum than me.
She is.
All right, Thaylien, you did the intro. Do you want to do the outro, or should I?
Yeah, well, I mean, there's not really much more to say. Come join us next week for more special guests when we talk about other new things with people that aren't Xeno for, a real change. It's going to be interesting, going to be fun. And
Thank you
thank you
so
again
much.
for Plant for coming on and dealing with our shenanigans and all of our poor setup.
I mean, I had my fair share of board set up myself, so yeah.
At least we keep the scuff to mostly before the show, not only one bit of it during.
Generally,
We only
yeah.
had like one incident, right? Only one incident.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
That's a win in
to
life.
all of you monster lovers out there, it's time to bottoms up and Kanpai.
Kanpai.
Bye.